Police have cleared Fezile Ngubane in the murder of Olorato Mongale. Fezile Ngubane, along with Philangenkosi, Makhanya and Bongani Mthimkhulu, were initially named as one of 3 suspects who were involved in the murder of the 30-year-old. However, police now say, after thorough investigations, it's been found that Fezile Ngubane is a victim, not a suspect. Newzroom Afrika's Silethiwe Ndlovu joins us with an update. Silethiwe, clearly more twists and turns in this dramatic saga. What is the latest?
Well, Hugo, what I can tell you is that news just in, as you already mentioned, Fezile Ngubane has now been cleared by the police. We understand that on Friday he was handed in here at the KwaMashu police station, which is behind me, after his father realized that he was being sought by police in the murder case of Olorato Mongale. We understand from the statements that have been released by police that Fezile Ngubane actually washes cars for a living, and it seems as if Philangenkosi Makhanya actually took advantage of Fezile Ngubane. We're told that in some cases he would then take his bank card and actually purchase clothes in stores, and in one instance we are then told that he actually took his ID card, where he then used it in a number of crimes, where we're told that he actually recard a number of SIM cards that were used in multiple crimes, including robbery and kidnapping. However, Hugo, we understand now from the statement that has been released by police that Fezile Ngubane is in fact a victim in this murder case and not a suspect. From this statement then that has also been released by police, we also understand that the parents that were arrested by police have also been released by the police. We're told that they were released after they handed in statements to the police, but viewers will remember that those parents were actually taken in by the police. They belong to one of the suspects in this murder case, but the police then coming in and saying that the parents of that murder, of that suspect rather, have now been released. We also understand that at this particular moment, Hugo, the police are sitting with at least 20 cases where we know that a number of women have identified the suspects as being the suspects as being the individuals that perpetrated these crimes. When you are looking at kidnapping and robbery, we are told that they occurred in a number of places such as Nelspruit in Mpumalanga, Pretoria and Johannesburg. However, Hugo, something that is very important when you are looking at this murder case then of Olorato Mongale, we know according to police that Bongani Mthimkhulu is still being hunted by the police. In fact, we are told by the police that he should hand himself over at his nearest police station. But coming from the police then in regards to Fezile Ngubane, we do understand that he has now been cleared. In fact, he has been released from this police station here in KwaMashu.
Clearly much drama around this saga. Have you at all been able to get a comment from Fezile Ngubane?
Well, Hugo, we tried. We did wait. In fact, we were told that he was at the police station earlier on, and we waited to see if we could catch a glimpse then of this victim. However, we were not able to catch a glimpse of him earlier on. However, we are told that he has been released by police. But something to note, something again of great importance is that he was handed in by his father, which viewers will understand is in contrary to what we witnessed, where we know that when you are looking at the deceased Philangenkosi Makhanya, we know there that his mother actually tipped him off to say that police are looking for him, where we understand that he was then able to actually evade and escape. So we know that in this particular matter, when you are looking at Fezile Ngubane, the father did hand him in at the KwaMashu police station on Friday, and he has now been cleared by police.
Silethiwe Ndlovu, that's where we'll leave that, coming to us from KwaMashu with some important developments around this Olorato Mongale saga, Fezile Ngubane is no longer a suspect. He has been released by the police, from what we understand. In fact, it's alleged that he's actually been a victim of circumstance, as one individual who is wanted by the police used his identity cards and in perpetrating a number of crimes. We will continue to give you more information as it develops.